Good morning, everybody. Reed here, conductor at Orchestra Farm. Coming to you today, beautiful, almost mid-August day here on Salt Spring Island. And I want to say thanks to all the people who reached out to me from my last video about bombing my brother's wedding. And wow, I'm amazed at a title like that having mild amounts of, failure / negativity in it does produce amazing results out there. Like, our negativity bias is real. We want to see people failing at something. I can't believe how many views it got. Whoa. So thanks to all the people out there who viewed that or subscribed to the channel afterwards, and for all the kind words that took place. It's fantastic. Oh, it's really gone down. My comfort tea here is looking good. Anyway, today though, I wanted to chat with you back on the parenting subject. And I heard this from Jack Spirko, and I was like, oh, that makes total sense. Which is the idea of, like, we're not raising children. We're raising adults. And the notion that, like, you want to put yourself out of a job as a parent. Like, you don't, my opinion, you don't want to be have your kid be 20 years old, and then, like, you are still having to parent them. Not that you don't want a connection with your kids, but, like, seriously, when you're parenting an infant, right, you're wiping their butt, you're making all their food for them, you're doing all the things. You don't want that happening when they're 15. You know, if you're having to wipe your 15-year-old's butt, I feel terrible for you. In the same way, you know, when I'm dealing with my infant children or my toddler children, I'm reiterating a lot of the same things pretty often, you know. I'm encouraging their good manners, like say please, say thank you to people, look them in the face when you talk to them, you know. And I see different kids out there with their parents, and you know, the parents are constantly caving into them while the kid's like throwing a freaking tantrum or otherwise being completely obnoxious. And I just personally have to question, like, how's that working out for you? Do you think that's going to get easier as your kid gets older? Like, they're recognizing the ways to manipulate you, and you're just falling for it. And I'm just like, if you don't think they're going to maintain those kind of habits as teenagers, I think you're fooling yourself, and it's only going to get worse. Now, with that, you know, let's say you're going around business proper and you got the good manners, and you're like, hey, how do I, raise an adult? Well, let them have some more responsibility. Let them either go and get a part-time job, or have a part-time job around the house, or, start an entrepreneurial endeavor. My eldest daughter has an on and off business with baking. And so she'll, similar to like a CSA, it's a CSB, Community Supported Baking, and so she'll make a whole bunch of cupcakes and sell them to the list of people who are there. I stayed out of most of the dynamics, but I help her review, like, hey, did you actually make any money at this? It's one thing to have the learning curve, obviously. I do want to get better with things, and my goal for that isn't to be the person who is constantly having to watch over her during that time, but that she's able to do it herself. That's right. You want your kids to be able to do things for themselves, and encouraging them in that can sometimes be hard because it takes longer, but it only takes longer in that short-term moment. You don't want it to be taking longer in the long-term moments. What are those moments? Again, these are the moments when they have essentially become adults, and their bad habits as kids are still messing with their lives. So, I hope that's good for you guys today. I'm going to get going. I got a lot to do around the farm before I actually get off to work. Thanks so much for watching the videos, for subscribing. Tell me how you are raising an adult and not a kid. And tell me how you're encouraging your kids to be kids while encouraging them to grow into the adults that they're hopefully meant to be. Check out my website at bendingreads.com, and we'll see you later on. All the best. Have too much fun.